Here are the 6 beliefs that you must adopt if you want to become more masculine. And I find the last one in this video very interesting, so stick around to watch that one. So I'm going to talk about the first one, which is never sacrifice your purpose for your relationship. So what this pretty much means is never sacrifice your purpose, whatever it is, your goals for a woman or a friendship. Never do that, okay? Never let anyone hold you back. And also, the reason why I said this is because it's really masculine for a man to focus more on his purpose than on his woman. A woman doesn't want to be on the pedestal. She doesn't want to be like your top number one priority. She's gonna say that she does want that, but she actually doesn't want to be that. This is what I learned on the book The Way of the Superior Man, and it absolutely makes sense, okay? Never sacrifice your purpose for a woman, because not only will she be less attracted to you, whatever girl you have right now, you will be more miserable. You will feel worse. So never do that, okay? The second one is that discipline is necessary for any man, but motivation is a treat. So what this pretty much just means exactly what it's saying. Discipline, absolutely, you must have as a man. You don't want to be an undisciplined guy, okay? So discipline is really fucking important for any masculine man. Any man who wants to be masculine, you have to have discipline. And motivation, there's nothing wrong with motivation, okay? The world has demonized motivation now because of this discipline talk and all this. Motivation, it's a good thing to have, okay? There's nothing wrong with motivation. You shouldn't trash on motivation, okay? Motivation is still a good thing, okay? It's just that discipline is still necessary. Motivation, take it as a treat, okay? Take it as a treat, bro. All men must go to the gym or do some type of physical exercises. This third one is, I believe it's really important. All men, we must be physically competent. We must be able to do something to hurt someone else to protect our family, or we must be able to do something physically, carry the boats like David Goggins says, or just carry anything in general that's heavy for women, for our children. We must be able to do some some type of physical activity that makes us different, or just makes us look strong, or makes us feel strong, okay? So going to the gym, boxing, MMA, sports, anything like that that makes you feel more masculine, okay? Any sport, anything that makes you feel more masculine, makes you stronger, and just overall just makes you feel good about yourself and makes you feel this confidence, okay? That's why the gym and physical activities are so important. They make you feel confident, they increase your testosterone. It's absolutely necessary. It's a must, okay? It's a must. The fourth one is to have goals to work on. This one is absolutely crucial for anyone who wants to be masculine, okay? I For this video I tried to pick the most important things that make you masculine, and goals are something that are an absolute must. All of these are an absolute must. As you can tell, like, I picked the most important masculine beliefs you must adopt, and this one is go and write down your goals. If you don't have goals written down, go and write them down right now. If you don't have any goals to aspire to, maybe that's the reason why you don't feel motivated, because you don't have your goals written down. You need to write down your goals. If you want to feel motivated to work hard on something, or you want to stick to get good habits, you have to have these goals, and you have to have a deadline to these goals as well, okay, bro? Goals are absolutely important because they work. Number 5, never be satisfied. So what this pretty much means, never get complacent. When it comes to achieving your goals, set the next goal. Okay? Never aspire to being satisfied, because once you get satisfied, you stop working hard. I myself went through this period of, like, I didn't need to work as hard anymore, and I started getting complacent. I started eating junk food again, and I started getting these, like, acne and shit. I started, like, my physique started to look a little bit weak. But then, and this happened for literally like 2 weeks or so, or maybe 3 weeks. But then I'm like, bro, what am I doing? I have to get back on track. And then I watched this video that says you can never be satisfied. And once I watched this video, I realized, like, I I can't just be here and being satisfied being a loser, or not, and not working on my YouTube channel, because I still feel like a loser despite me working so hard on myself. You gotta feel like you have to be dissatisfied with your life in order to make progress in your goals. This isn't a good thing for your mental health, trust me, but it's absolutely motivating and it's good for your goals. That's how people become successful. Those men that you look up to, the successful athletes and the successful millionaires like Andrew Tate, Iman Gaji, Hamza Ahmed, all those guys who are successful, they were dissatisfied with their situation in life. They were just dissatisfied, so they decided to work hard. Dissatisfaction is absolutely necessary. And the sixth and last one, which I think is really important, it's so important. This one final thing is that we're always competing. Us men, we're always competing for money, status, women, resources. We're always competing against other men. None of this cute little shit of, oh yeah, no, you're just competing with your older self. None of that BS. You're competing against other men all the time. I'm I'm competing with other men when I'm in track. I'm not competing just against my older self. Sure, you have to be better than your older self. That is an absolute must. But just not just competing against your older self. You're competing against your other fucking people who are better than you, who are doing better habits than you, who are, and this is gonna piss some people off. I'm just gonna say straight truth, bro. It's straight up the truth. You are losing in this race. If you're doing the bad habits, you're losing in this race. Committed to being in self-improvement and actually working hard on himself, talking to people, being more social, talking to more women than you, who's reading more than you, who's exercising more than you, who's recovering the best, who's eating the better diet. He is competing against you and you are losing. You are losing. I myself had to be thinking this way all the time because ever since I started thinking this way, I started making the better decisions and I stopped taking the bad ones, okay? It's very rare that you'll see me eating a piece of cake, eating some candy. Because I know there's another man who will take that decision. And I don't want to be that man who takes that decision of eating the junk food, of procrastinating and staying in bed and laying in bed and not working hard on my YouTube channel. I must outcompete every single man out there. You must adopt this mentality in order to work hard on whatever it is you're working hard on because there's always someone competing for that promotion that you want. There's always someone competing for that YouTube audience you want to obtain. There's always someone competing for that, for the top 1% in your school. You know, like the top 10% or whatever it's called, where it's a competition. It's always a fucking competition. Whoever says it isn't, it's lying to you. He's making or he or she is just destroying your masculinity because you have to be in this competitive mindset all the time. All the time, bro. You have to be thinking, if I if I don't take this decision, I will be worse. If I don't read this book, I will be worse. Someone will outcompete me. If I take this decision of scrolling on TikTok, the other guy who didn't is beating me already. Okay? You got to be thinking this way. If you don't think this way, you're never going to outwork anybody. You're never going to outwork anybody. Okay? This is really important, especially as an athlete. I have to think this way. If you're not an athlete, you still have to have some competitive something competitive inside of you, some form of aggressive competitiveness. You have to have that. Other than that, bro, my name is Ricky Cervantes. If you're new to my YouTube channel, like and sub if you want to become more masculine, you want to become more fit, you want to become more attractive and confident, you want to speak to more women. Other than that, peace out. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it.